Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Ninja AF300 air fryer. And what I want to do today is to show you around the air fryer, some of the features and benefits that it offers. But just before we start, all I'd normally say is please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick thumbs up. What I do is I talk about household appliances, I do specialise in cordless vacuums, and there's normally a bit of tech in there as well. Ninja have been making air fryers for several years now, and the baby brother to this one, the AF100, which we still do a lot of, people have commented that, well, because it's just a single basket, and if you want to make a full meal out of it, perhaps with two different types of foods, then the AF100 isn't that suitable. You can get round it, but it does get a little bit awkward. And that's really why they brought these models out. So there's this one, the AF300, which has a 7.6 litre capacity. There is also the big brother to this. There is also the AF400 that's available. I will post some links below on some of these products. The AF400 has an even bigger capacity, that's 9.5 litres. Physically that makes it really big, and I suppose that's something I try and comment on because a lot of these products are probably going to sit on the worktop. And talking about the dimensions, because as I say it's more than likely going to sit on a worktop, then you want to have a good measure beforehand. So first of all, the depth of it, so not including the handles, you're looking around 29 centimetres. Or around 11.5 inches. If you are including the handles, then the depth of it is around 14 inches or about 36 centimetres. As far as the width, you're looking around 38 centimetres or just under 15 inches. And then the height of it, 32 centimetres or around 12.5 inches. Just before you buy one, just make sure it will fit in the place, either on the worktop, or if you are going to put it away, make sure you've got a cupboard that it can fit in after you finish using it. So some people assume these are only air fryers, but there's actually quite a good range of different options on here. First of all, as it shows on the box here, you've got max crisp, air fry, roast, reheat, dehydrate and bake. So you could also make a cake in there as well if you wanted. Now you will find that having the two drawers has a huge advantage. I must admit, because I have got an air fryer at home myself. I didn't go for this one. If you have seen some of my other videos, I actually went for one with a grill. And one of my main considerations was the size of it. Because I've got a family of 4 of us, then if I was just going to go for the single drawer version, because at the time this model wasn't out, then it wouldn't really have been big enough for us. So that's really why I went for one of the larger ones. And that's really a comment that a lot of people have said, as I mentioned earlier about the AF100. As good as it is, if you have got a large family, then you need the option to cook separate items. Now in here, you can cook up to 1 kilogram of fries, apparently, so in each drawer. With this drawer, so as I showed, it just comes easily out. You have got the tray at the bottom. Both of these are dishwasher safe as well. It does say in the instructions, I must say I'm not a huge fan of instructions. Again, if you follow me on YouTube for a while, you know I'm not a huge fan. But I did have a quick cheeky read through first of all. And it does recommend in there, you can put this in the dishwasher, but it is recommended if you can hand wash it. I suppose things like the handle here, after a time we put it in the dishwasher, it might start to go a matte finish as opposed to the nice glossy finish that it is at the moment. So it is a non-stick, so you're not going to get anything stuck on the sides here. So I suppose I'd recommend hand washing it if you can do, and then that will just drop in there. I've got the air fryer plugged in now just to show you the display and how it works. Now, I suppose first of all, you're looking at this thinking, well, there's quite a lot to it. It's just an air fryer. All I want to do is just cook some food. It looks very complicated, but I can assure you it's not. First of all, you turn the unit on by pressing the button top left there. Now, first of all, you've got 2 LED displays. They're really nice and clear, the white LED displays. And what it will do is, first of all, it depends on which zone you want to cook in. So it depends if you want to cook in the left drawer or the right drawer. You have got the ability on this one to what they call match. So if you were going to cook, say, one large batch of, for example, fries, rather than setting them individually, then you've got this option on here called match. And what that will do is that will just make sure that both drawers will cook evenly at the same time. That's a brilliant feature. But first of all, what I want to do is I just want to go through some of the options and just show you what these things can do. So the first option on here is called Max Crisp. That's really designed for things like frozen foods. such as French fries and chicken nuggets. And what that will do is that will make sure you get the maximum crispiness level. There's nothing worse than cooking things like French fries or even chicken nuggets and they're all soft and squidgy on the outside, even though they might be cooked on the inside. And this one is actually fixed at 240 degrees C. You can't alter the temperature. On some of the other programs you have got the ability to alter it, but this is really recommended to cook at a very high temperature. And then what you do, once you've selected that, then you can change the time that you want it in there for. I suppose the time initially is almost a little bit of guesswork, but personally I'd recommend putting it on for say 10-15 minutes and then seeing how you get on. Clearly this will depend on the amount you've got in the drawers, and also if it is frozen as well, then it's going to take longer to cook than fresh items. So that's really a little bit of guesswork, but after a couple of times you're using it, then you will get used to how it cooks. And once you've selected the time that you want, then all you will do is just press start. The next option on here is the air fry. Now for air frying, this is really best for fresh foods, such as chicken wings and your favourite snacks. So there's a huge amount that you can do in the air fryer. I'm not going to go into it all because there's a lot that you can cook in these. And with this, then you have got the ability to change the temperature. So it goes up to 210 degrees C. And then, as you can see, it goes down to the lower temperatures of 150 degrees C. You will find that within the instructions, you do get this as well. So this is a quick start guide, and it has also got, so you've actually got cooking charts as well. This is really good, and I must say when I first got my air fryer, then I used this quite a bit. Of course, after a while, then you do get used to the times and how it cooks. But if you are quite new to this, then you've got recommended temperatures and also cooking times that it will give you the ability to try. And again, after a while, then you'll get used to how it cooks. Just to give you an idea of some times, if you're going to cook, for example, 4 sausages in there, then you're looking at around 200 degrees and it will take between 7 and 9 minutes. You can also, I mean, there's a whole load of things you can do in here. If you're going to do things like gammon steaks, then you're looking around 10 minutes and about 200 degrees C. If you're going to cook things like hash browns, then 200 degrees C again for about 15 minutes. And the next option on here is the roast. Again, the temperature can be altered, so it goes down to, well, it goes down to 120 degrees C, so it is a little bit lower, and it goes up to 210. And with the roast, this I suppose is good for things like roasted vegetables and also meats as well. Then the next option is to reheat something. That can go all the way down to 130 degrees and goes up to 210 again. And that's good if you've cooked something, say, the day before, and if you want to reheat it, rather than put it in the microwave, because often if you reheat something in the microwave, it can be really soggy, then use the air fryer because you'll find that the performance of it and the taste of it will be so much better. So that's a very good option. Dehydrate is something we don't talk about a huge amount, but in some of my previous videos, I have used different items to dehydrate things like fruit, and it does take a while to do it, and you will find that the temperature will be a lot lower, so it goes down to about 40 degrees and it can go up to 90 degrees. But dehydrating things like fruit or even vegetables is actually really good. It's quite a long process, so you will find that it does take quite a few hours, but I just say, you know, just put things in there, just leave them, well, I think the last time I did it, it was about 9 or 10 hours that it took, but just leave it and you'll find that the taste of things like the bananas I did and the blueberries were absolutely fantastic. It's a much healthier snack for the kids rather than giving them a bag of crisps. I find that I do use the dehydrator quite a lot actually. And the last option on here is the bake. And this is really good for making cakes and other baked desserts. And again, you'll find that the temperature on this, so it goes down to 120 and it goes all the way up to 210 again. So a common problem that some people face when they're cooking, I suppose any meal, especially when you're cooking several items at once, is making sure that everything arrives at the table hot and at the same time. Now Ninja have thought about this, and I'll give you an example of this. So in the first drawer, I'm going to select that I want to cook something air frying. So it's going to be cooking at 200 degrees and I want to cook that for 20 minutes. In drawer 2, I'm going to use the max crisp option, and that one I'm only going to cook for 10 minutes. So it's at the reduced time. So I'm not going to worry about the temperatures at the moment. This is more an example of the time. So drawer 2 is going to cook for 10 minutes and drawer 1 is going to cook for 20 minutes. Now what I want to do is ideally I want them to finish at the same time, and rather than having to set a timer and then come back and start it, as I say, Ninja have already thought about this. If you press the sync option, then what it will do, after 10 minutes, then drawer 2 will start on its own. And what that does is that ensures that both drawers will finish at the same time. Now personally I think that's a brilliant option. It will certainly help us at home because sometimes timing can be a little bit difficult. And all it will do, when you press start, it will just show hold on there. I'll just show you that. That's it. So that's already started counting down, and in drawer 2 that's just showing hold. The next option on here is called match, and what that will do is that will give the ability to cook both drawers at the same time. So rather than having to set them individually, and I'll just show you that. So if I wanted to use the air fryer at 200 degrees and let's say 25 minutes, then I've just set that in drawer 1 at the moment, and if I set that into, if I press the match option, it's made sure that both of them are going to cook at the same time, and it's got the same option on here. And what that's done is it's doubled the amount that we can cook in there at the same time, so it's taken it from the 3.8 litre drawer up to the full capacity of 7.6 litres. If you are thinking of buying one of these models, either the AF300 or the bigger brother, the AF400, then I have provided a couple of links below to show you where to get them at a competitive price. All I'd normally say is please subscribe to my YouTube channel, just give us a quick thumbs up, click subscribe and leave any comments below. I'd always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad, about the video itself. Or if you have got an air fryer like this, then let me know what you think about it. It doesn't have to be a Ninja one. I think air fryers are a very popular item at the moment. But I'd be really interested to know if you've got an air fryer at the moment, whether you use it. Also, what kind of things do you cook in it? I know some people that just use it for things like fries or chicken nuggets. Other people are using it, they're doing baking and they're using almost every function on it. So if you have got one at home, let me know what you think about it and let me know what recipes you're cooking in it. Anyway, thanks for watching.